Okay, so go ahead and play along. Today we are doing another test of your gold and silver knowledge. We've got 10 questions. Are you gonna score an A+ or maybe just get an F on the latest edition of the Silver Forever Gold and Silver Knowledge Quiz? And oh yeah, make sure that you stick around because we are giving away one of these silver rounds at the end of the video, and let's get started. So first question of the day, what was the last year American gold eagles were dated using Roman numerals? All right, moving on. Question number 2, what precious metal containing dietary supplement can permanently turn your skin blue? What? Yeah, seriously. Question number 3, which nation is named after a precious metal? Do you know the answer to this one? If you don't, let me give you a hint. It might not be in English. Question number 4, what is the chemical element number of gold? You'll know from quiz question number 1 of test number 1 that the chemical element number of silver is 47. Well, what is that periodic table element number for gold? All right, let's go ahead and pull this up because we are quickly moving on to question number 5. What metal was once considered precious in the 19th century, but is actually commonplace today? So we think of precious metals as being gold, silver, platinum, palladium, but there were other metals that were once considered precious. I think you'll be shocked by the answer to this one. Maybe if you're already an expert, you know what former precious metal is now just commonplace today. Question number 6, moving on. What coins were used most by American colonists before silver dollars and its fractional divisions? So of course, when America was first being colonized by the Europeans, they didn't already have a United States and silver dollars from the United States. The reality is that people were using a lot of different forms of money and coinage back then, but there was one that was most prominently used. What type of coin was that? Moving on to question number 7. This is a pretty horrifying, famous story. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but what Roman emperor was allegedly executed by pouring molten gold down his throat? Ugh. I love gold, but that'd be a terrible way to go. Question number 8. What year was the gold Mercury dime, standing Liberty quarter, and Liberty walking half dollar minted? Question number 9. We are getting close here, folks. To detect counterfeit silver coins, what 2 measurements are used to calculate specific gravity? So you might have seen this test before. I'll give you a little hint. It involves water and a scale, but you got to tell me, what are the 2 measurements you need to be able to calculate a coin's specific gravity? And for the very last question, before we start rolling into the answers, question number 10, where's the Germania Mint located? I mean, if you know anything about Silver Forever, you know that I just absolutely love the Germania Mint, particularly these low premium products. You've seen a lot of the kilos on the channel. And hey, if you're not into the kilos, maybe you like something a little smaller like these 100-gram bars. And maybe even after today's giveaway of the FALP Constants round, you might just learn how you could win a 100-gram silver bar here on Silver Forever. All right, folks, so let's go ahead and jump into the answers of these questions. Starting with number 1, what was the last year American gold eagles were dated using Roman numerals? The answer is MCMXCI. Can you read that? Beyond this chicken scratch, I mean, can you read those Roman numerals? Because it stands for 1,000, 1,000 minus 100, 1,900, 100 minus 10, 91. So we've got 1991. Question number 2, what precious metal containing dietary supplement can permanently turn your skin blue? Hey, there are some folks out there who like to take this stuff, but if you do it enough, you become a gray, blue, monster-looking type of dude, and that is colloidal silver. And you know I love silver here on Silver Forever, but I don't know if I love it enough to turn my skin blue, right? All right, so which nation is named after a precious metal? I gave you a hint here. It's not in English. If you were to talk about silver, you would call it argentum. You getting it now? It is Argentina. That is the nation. Number 4, what is the chemical element number of gold? Go find it on the periodic table, and that is going to be number 79. Number 79. Question number 5. What metal was once considered precious in the 19th century, but's commonplace today? The answer to this one, hey, and before I give you this answer, hit that like button. Let me know if you actually like these trivia videos, because this is actually the 5th in this series, but they're getting fewer and fewer views every time. I love to do them. I'd like to continue to do them, but only if the people of the Accumulation Nation want that. So let me know. And hey, if this is your first quiz, go back to this playlist at the end of the video and try your hand at some of these other silver and gold knowledge tests. So this metal is aluminum. Yeah, it might be hard to believe given how commonplace it is today. I mean, hell, the cans are made out of aluminum. It's considered disposable, you know, it might be recycled, but it's just a cheap metal. Now, there's a reason why it became cheaper, and it has to do with certain chemical processing procedures that were invented. But back in the 1800s, aluminum used to be worth a pretty penny, so good to know. Number 6, what coins were used most by the American colonists? You can see this if you read the history in the Red Book. The answer to this question, I think most people will know them as pieces of 8. 8 reals. The technical name would be the Spanish milled dollar or the pillar dollar, but let's just call it a piece of 8, you know, and that is valued at 8 reals. There were even founding fathers who thought, hey, this should be the money of this new burgeoning country, but eventually they decided to go with silver dollars and fractional divisions thereof. All right, question number 7. When you go back millennia, it's hard to know how many of these stories are actually true, but I'm sure you've heard about this one before. The Roman emperor that was allegedly executed by pouring molten gold down his throat was Crassus. Probably the proper pronunciation would be Marcus Licinius Crassus. What year was the gold mercury dime SLQ and walking liberty made? If you know when these golds were made, it was because of the centennial. These designs were all produced starting in 1916. So if it was the centennial, then it stands to reason that these were produced in 2016 to celebrate that 100th anniversary. Folks, we only have 2 questions left. Hey, make sure that after we answer these 2 questions, you stick around, because you want to see who wins this excellent silver round made by the FOP company. To detect counterfeit silver coins, what 2 measurements are used to calculate specific gravity? Those 2 measurements, the dry weight, right? So you need the mass of the coin just on a scale in a normal way, but then you also need to kind of suspend the coin in water and then measure that. So you need the submerged weight as well. Some people might call it the wet weight. These are the 2 measurements that you need to determine that specific gravity when detecting counterfeits. And last but not least, where is the Germania Mint located? This is a private mint, and I mean, come on, you're gonna say Germany, but the reality is this mint is located in Poland. Okay, folks, I know this is hard to believe, but I made a mistake. I know, you're thinking silver forever. You don't make mistakes. You're perfect. You're the most humble creator out there. I get it. But I got to eat crow and tell you guys that I actually got my own quiz question wrong. Terribly embarrassing. The answer to this question is incorrect. Crassus actually was not a Roman emperor. He was a hugely powerful person, Roman general, also held a consulship, killed after a failed battle and a parlay that went wrong. He and all of his officers were basically murdered. He was arguably the richest individual in all of Roman history. So upon hearing that, apparently his enemies poured molten gold down his throat. The problem is that here, he was not a Roman emperor, but there was a Roman emperor who was also rumored to have been killed using this method, and that, my friends, was Valerian. You know, if I'm writing the quiz and I can't even get it right, this one's a gimme, all right? But before you go, let's see who won this excellent silver round from the FOP company. And I have another idea for the next quiz video. I think that you should let me know in the comments down below what a good gold and silver trivia question is. And hey, if it's good enough, I'll put it on the very next video and I'll even credit you. So without further ado, let's get to that random comment picker. Who won this free silver from Silver Forever? Remember, the terms of the giveaway were that you had to enter a comment in this video telling me about your favorite Silver Forever video from this year. So let's see who wins today. We have 49 comments, and here we go. Good luck to everybody. The winner is Shuffle Silver. So great to see all these new stackers posting here. That tells me they're learning good stuff right away. And you know they are, because they're here on Silver Forever, where Shuffle Silver's favorite video is the first one he saw about the silver pocket piece. So congratulations to the winner of the latest Silver Forever silver giveaway, and I look forward to the next giveaway on the channel. Don't forget to comment with a great idea for a next quiz question. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss one of my great videos coming up here in the future. And until next time, stack silver today, stack silver tomorrow, and stack silver forever. Out.